Are you constantly getting outplayed by enemies? With how fast the TTK is, one of the biggest skill gaps in Warzone is game sense. So in today's video, we're going to be putting yours to the test on both Rebirth Island and Verdansk, and ultimately helping you understand why I make the decisions that I do as a 5 KD player. Let's lock in. So we're going to start this off on Rebirth here, guys, with just an absolutely perfect 30 kill solo quads win that I had the other day. And throughout this entire game, we're just going to ask the question, why? Why do I make the decisions that I do? Why do I push this enemy versus that enemy? Why do I rotate this way? Why do I approach this fight this way? Really help you understand how I outsmart enemies. Now, starting off right here, hear this guy fly in. If you had to make an educated guess, where do you think that enemy is going to go? Where do you think he is trying to get to? Probably showers, right? Now, showers for two reasons. Number one, if he pushes through here and then goes out into the courtyard, number one, there's no crates, and number two, he's completely out in the open. The second dynamic of this that we'll really focus on is people play predictable, right? 99.9% of people are going to push through this little hallway here and push out this door and then loot through showers. So we're going to use that against him. Keep in mind, he does not know that I saw him, and I want you to remember that. Why do I shoot my gun right there? This isn't something I always do. It's something that I use strategically here and there. But the short answer is because he doesn't know that I know he's here. So he goes, oh, there's a guy on my level. I saw the weapon ping in showers. And I go, well, yeah, I just kind of baited you to push this blindly, because the moment you push through this door, and we're going to circle back to this later on at one point through the video, and I'll explain it further. He has no idea where I am. He is completely guessing. There he is. He's opening the crate that's right on the other side of the double doors. And just like that, we're able to easily catch him off guard. Now, of course, guys, throughout this entire game, when it comes to outsmarting enemies, we're going back to this, right? When it comes to outsmarting your enemies, there's absolutely a 1v1 IQ type situation that we're going to come across at times throughout games. There's also this right here, which is this is going to tell you exactly what your next move is and who you should challenge. It's going to tell me what level enemies are on, where they're moving to, and potential third parties that I can find as well to be able to pick up easy kills. Here's some sliding above me. I decide to leave. Why do I decide to leave? Guys, number one is loadout. Right? Like, that is the most important thing in this game. It's the biggest advantage you can give yourself. It's loadout guns, it's perks, which, by the way, I'm running scavenger perk 1, so I get a kill, I get more cash. More cash means more UAVs means more information means more easy kills. That's just the straight up 1v1 situation. But more importantly, we look at the mini-map, and one of two things is going to happen here. Either his teammates are going to be all around this area, and I go, hey, I've got a 1v3 this now, or they're going to be nowhere close here, and we can see that they're over this direction, and we know that we can just loot up here to get loadout. We know we're okay, at least with that squad. There could absolutely be another squad that's acting on weapon pings, but at least for this moment right here, I know that I'm okay to get loadout. We're just going to go ahead and loot up here. Which, by the way, real quick, guys, if you are looking to get better at Rebirth or Verdansk, I do videos on both. I always say this, guys, give me 30 days and see what happens. Subscribe down below, watch my videos. I promise you'll become a better player. And if not, after 30 days, let's be honest, guys, you could always unsubscribe. I totally get it. But I guarantee you that's not going to happen. This guy's landing in right here, okay? Now, I want you to think about this for a second. If you're subscribed, you already know the answer to this. Or if you watch my live streams. How do we challenge this? Guys, if you're on No Name Island, do not ever take this mantle. It is arguably the slowest mantle in the game. Mantling in general up top puts you in a really bad position because it's slow and the TTK is so fast that you're going to end up dead. I've 1v3'd a team just by laying down and forcing them to mantle over this edge. It's a death trap. Do not do it. I also don't love the ladder, right? So instead, know that he's flying in with nothing, right? He might find a gun up top. Just be smart and find an angle, right? And in this case, this angle is, hey, I'm going to find a way to get on the same level as this guy. He's got a Car 98, so I got to be careful, right? And now we have a really good angle. We can go ahead and easily get that kill, at which point we can now get our loadout down. Well, let's get information first. Yep, nobody else around me. Now we can go ahead and get loadout down. By the way, we do live commentaries and gameplays, guys, live on stream while we're getting loadout here, Monday through Friday, 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch or YouTube. You can watch literally wherever your heart desires. Either platform. Now, what do we do from here? We're in a good spot. We got the Kilo, we got the LC-10, we've got Scavenger to give us cash, we've got Quick Fix and Tempered for outplay potential, we got Stims and Semtex. We're in a really good position. What do we do from here? This is where we wander strategically, okay? I'm just going to go get to prison. That's where I like to be. That's where I like to start, because from there, we can kind of see everything around the map. We can get eyes on chem, bio, industry, factory, living quarters, control, everywhere, right? So that's where I'm going to work to. Also, lo and behold, as I start to work a little bit closer, we start to see this weapon ping at control, right? Weapon pings at control. There's probably 2 teams there that are fighting, so we can keep that in mind. Then we see some weapon pings here, right? Weapon ping right here in prison. Now, when we see weapon ping, okay, first of all, we got to assume it's multiple enemies and it's not just one single player. But this guy could be cafeteria. He could be offices. He could be rooftop. Now, for me personally, at prison, I always go roof first. And if there's nobody roof, then I know that everybody is inside, right? So you can see all of this fighting happening above me, right? Dot, 2 dots, dot over to my right side. So we're going to go ahead and work up top. By the way, keep an eye on this guy on top of prison, right there. Now, what I'm expecting him to do is what? I thought he might chase this. I thought he might push in here and chase, right? At which point I would easily be able to catch him off guard. But he ended up jumping down. Yep, he jumps down. One guy's still above, but that guy never saw me. That guy doesn't know that I'm here, so we are pushing up. Enemy number 1, full kill that. Enemy number 2. Make sure, guys, you are using those lethals and tacticals to your advantage. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to swing out here, and I end up catching this guy. This is going to be a big thing that we talk about throughout this game, guys, because it happens a lot, and it's going to happen a lot in sweatier lobbies, is, hey, all I'm doing right here, guys, is acting based on this. I'm trying to get to here so that I can play down lane and find the angle to get this guy. What ends up happening, though, is I react to the situation of this guy pushing up the middle. This, like, acting on info, reacting to the situation is going to happen a lot throughout this game, so we are going to circle back to that. Right, this guy straight ahead. Then what does this do for us? Well, this tells us that there's one enemy right back behind us here, and we can go ahead and challenge this guy. Now, this happened to be during a live commentary that I was doing, so I kind of end up explaining what this guy did wrong. You know, in this situation, I am completely out in the open, guys. All he had to do was play this head glitch right here or slide really far out instead of slow peeking this, right? And he puts me in a really tough position where I have to execute. Instead, he slow peeked it and put himself in a really bad spot. Now, what's our next move from here? One guy flying in. Obviously see some shooting over here. We see those guys flying in back behind. What do you do in this moment, okay? Now, I want you to keep in mind, guys, that there's an enemy right here, okay? There's an enemy right here. How do I know? Because of this weapon ping, right? So I know that there's a guy kind of right around here. So when I'm moving top prison, I'm thinking about finding the angle to challenge this guy. But when I see this sniper, what do we do? How many times have you been in a situation where you go to challenge this guy, right? And this guy shoots you and takes like a bunch of your health. And then what ends up happening is you don't get killed by this guy. You get killed by this guy, but this guy did all the damage up here. So all I'm thinking about with the sniper and tower is I just don't even want the situation where he gets me one shot and I end up dying to that, losing that 1v1 fight. So I just get down here.
Not done yet.
Let's see what we got.
Loadout drop headed your way.
What do we do right here? What's your thought process? We see this guy crawling, right? Now, at first, I'm thinking about, do I bait his teammates, right? Like, can I get one of his teammates to like push through the door or push this way to go for the revive, at which point I can go ahead and get this kill. But more importantly, guys, really big emphasis on this. Obviously, it doesn't matter who gets the down. The full kill gives us pings. And of course, the minimap pings give us information about what to do next. Right? Immediately, I see 2 guys over here at Grandma's, 1 guy in tower, 1 guy on my level, 1 guy on buy station. So we're going to go ahead and work over here and see what we can find. First circle done. We're at 6 kills, 8 teams left. We're off to a pretty good start. Nothing too crazy. Bunch of enemies above us. Okay, bunch of guys above us right in the stairwell. What do we do right here? I think one of the biggest things when fighting in prison, there's like 8 different ways to get to rooftop, right? Like there's stairwell, there's ladder, there's zip, there's ladder over here, there's zip back here, there's stairs right here, there's jump spot right here. There's so many different ways to get to prison. Use them all. Literally every single one. If one doesn't work, go to the next one. If that one doesn't work, go to the next one or go back to the first one, right? You're kind of reacting to what they're doing. But point being is, if there's people top prison, just take it. Now right here, react to the situation. You know, that's a little bit of a tough spot. Look at this. Look at mini-map, right? But we're able to get that kill, okay? What do we do right here? We obviously see this solo player on my level to the right side. So immediately work that direction. And this is where, when we talk about perks, guys, when we talk about the advantage of perks, right? This quick fix tempered combination right here allows me to get full plated immediately, like super quick, because that obviously allows me to kind of keep, quick fix allows me to kind of keep moving and still shoot my gun as I'm plating. Tempered means I only have to put 2 plates in that case 1 plate, which means I'm already ready to fight this guy if he turns this corner. PA,
Enemy airstrike in the area.
you can see the anticipation, react to the situation, right? So this is a great example where all I'm doing is acting on that dot that's next to me, right? That guy was on my level here in prison. So we kind of work through. And then because of the PA, this guy jumps. Easy kill. What do? I mean, guys, there cannot be any hesitation to start to work this direction, right? A lot of you guys lose pacing and it costs you kills, and you lose momentum because you're not able to string together kills because you're not pushing based off this quick enough. Immediately. There's the plate. I'm already back to full health. Quick reload and we're back in. Did not mean to stim there. That was an accident. Anticipate around the corner. Look at all the fighting above. Look at all the fighting above. Easy third party. Easy third party. Same thing here. Right? Same thing right here, guys. As soon as we get this full kill, right? This is what kind of catches your eyes first, at least in my opinion. But this is what you ultimately need to see, right? Is these guys on water tower back behind you. And at the end of the day, aim's the most important thing. And when we don't execute, it puts us in a little bit of a tough spot because I let that guy get away. I didn't get the kill. I didn't keep the momentum moving. And at the end of the day, it puts us in a little bit of a tougher position. PA strike, people above me. What's your thought process right here? My thought process is that these guys are going to push the door down below the stairs and into here. They're not going to eat the PA on the rooftop, right? So instead, let's anticipate, again, going back to where we started, first kill, element of surprise here. I know that they're above. I know that they're most likely going to push down this way because of the PA, but they don't know that I'm here.
Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover.
I do just want to quickly highlight, guys. You can see this guy. There's enemy number 1 is behind my camera here. There's his feet, okay? If I push this forward here, you can see him kind of moving right below my camera. It's really important to understand that because you can't really see that enemy, but it does affect my decision making. What do you do right here? What's your thought? Well, your thought is there's 2 enemies here, so do absolutely under no circumstances do you get this kill, right? You have to worry about enemy number 2 that's floating around over here. Now, there's 2 ways you can go about this. Number 1 is obviously you just challenge this guy and shoot your gun. Number 2 is you go ahead and use your lethal here. You've just got to be careful because your lethals are slow. So you can kind of see here, like I go to lethal because that lethal does 2 things. It does damage to him and it does damage to him. But he actually challenges. And when it's all said and done, though, it's important to understand that I actually get this down with the lethal. That lethal is what gets the down there. So just really good recognizing that 1-2. Now we go in and get the full kill. We obviously see right here that there's these guys over this direction here. But more importantly, what do you think about here? There's still most likely guys water tower. Don't forget about those guys water tower in this situation. Right? Even though that's the only information that I have is those 2 guys back behind. Unless I remember information and say, hey, I know that there's guys water tower still. Yep, see ya. I mean, they're not moving, right? They're not moving until now. Okay, watch this. Okay, this is a classic example, guys, of act on information, react to the situation, react to the third party, react to there being more enemies than you expected. You know, I did not know that I was about to get shot in the back, right? So all we do here is we break the line of sight, right? Boom. Line of sight is broken. I'm okay from that enemy. But here's the Beavis and Butthead skin, right? So now we once again have to react to the situation, right? Immediately I'm going to go ahead. I know that I have to get down, and now we know we've broken that line of sight. But what is your thought process in this moment? And I should add, guys, sometimes you're going to die in that situation, right? We still have loadout drop, right? Then we go into regain mode. We've got $23,000 here. Haven't really had a chance to hit buy station yet, but we've got plenty of regain potential here to be able to get loadout back and get momentum going. If we do die in that situation, dying is going to happen. It's okay. What do we do in this moment? I'm not even going to... Just watch.
Enemy soldier
Just watch.
incoming.
How many of you guys immediately go back to enemy number one and say, hey, I know that this guy was down here, right? Boom. And now all of a sudden, that now gets his momentum once again. But more importantly, this is where we need to pick up on as much information as possible. Okay? Look, see these guys right here? Those guys are on the team of this guy that I just killed. But what else do you see? This right here, that's a long ways away. What's close, right? So when we look at that mini map after a kill, guys, this is just as important here. When we talk about getting those easy kills, I see these guys outside and I say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take that easy kill right there. Now we get no information, but next thing we act on is these weapon pings, right? Now we see these weapon pings right here. Once again, act on information, react to the situation, okay? Watch how this happens. I do want to let some of these situations play full speed for you guys. React. Dead. What do? We see this guy back behind me, right? So now we go ahead, we start to work based off of this. You know, my thought in this moment is very simple. Terminator skin goes one on me, one on me, one on me. And then this guy right here, who was kind of back behind, tucked this way, down below, pushes up the stairs and goes to challenge me. At which point, again, because of minimap pings, I am literally waiting for this enemy. And it's a super easy kill. Obviously, guys, we're going to go spend cash now. Now, I always think about advanced UAVs, which we're absolutely going to be doing in this game. But first things first is get a UAV up, understand what's going on around you, and then I can go back and buy more. In this case, there's 2 enemies here in Grandma, so I can't really do that just yet. I just decide to back off that situation. Just decide to leave that. Say, hey, let's go figure out where something else is happening. Look at all the fighting to my right side here, right? Look at all the fighting here. One guy across. Where does this guy go? He tucks right in that little corner, right in between these 2 buildings right here. This set of prison cells and this set of prison cells. So I'm just holding this angle here. And look, guys, when it comes down to it, aim is the most important thing, right? I mean, I was shooting really, really well this game. Hold on. What do you guys think about here? I get the down. I go to get the thirst. There's the Terminator skin. He just full killed this guy. They're not on the same team, right? So this isn't a go. I could go challenge this guy, but instead I just decide to back off and reset it. At the end of the Rebirth part, guys, I'll link my practice video for you guys. This way you can easily kind of, if you have not seen it already, really start to understand how to get better aim, how to get better movement. Then we start to go execution plus how to outsmart enemies. This is how we really start to piece together kills. Fire sale active. And guys, first of all, like, when we have fire sale active, your first thought should always be UAVs. Your first thought should always be advanced UAV, honestly. If you have enough cash, like if you have $9,000, like advanced UAV, we basically play the rest of the game with an advanced UAV, right? Because of our cash dynamic here. Let's go ahead and pop advanced. Make sure you guys hip fire. I get caught a little bit off guard there, but obviously he doesn't know that I'm here, right? Watch this. Where's this guy going? Well, 2 dynamics. Number 1, we're always thinking about the re-engage. Okay, I'm trying to re-engage this 1v1, but more importantly, I also have an advanced UAV up, so I know exactly where he's going, right? You can see, and I can see which way he's looking. Boom, he looks to the left here. We go ahead and easily get that kill right there. That's where the advanced UAV is super, super helpful. For those of you guys who don't know, just to quickly really highlight this for you guys, a lot of you guys do know this because I've talked about it in previous videos. Okay, so right now, this guy is on my level, and he's looking this direction. So this part of the arrow right here, the tip of the arrow, is where the guy's actually looking. Okay, so right here, now we go ahead and push up. And then obviously you still have your normal arrows right here. So in this case, I'll pause it right before. You can see right now he's looking up. He's down below looking my direction. So he's clearly looking up the stairs. Right here, he's down below and he's looking out this window, right? That's really, really important to understand because as you can see, that kind of allows you to know whether he's looking at you or not. Again, huge advantage there when it comes to the advanced UAVs. 2 guys up top. I decide I've had enough of these guys up top. They've been up there far too long. Guys, if you're still watching and you're not already, make sure you are subscribed down below. I promise, guys, you'll become a better player. I 100% guarantee it. It's not even, people will comment down below. It's not going to take 30 days. It'll take like 2, maybe a week, but I promise you'll get better. Yep, we still got the advance. By the way, what are we doing? Well, we got that down. We got this guy up top here based on basic information. Go ahead and get that kill. And then from here, what do? What's your thought process in this moment? You got a lot happening. You know, we've got this down over here, right? We've got these guys back behind and living. We got all this action on this side of the map right here. What's your thought process? I'm getting another advanced UAV up. Give me another one. This is 60 seconds, guys, of a live UAV. And if you notice that it doesn't pulse. It's just live, right? Watch the mini map right here. See how it swings across? Well, that doesn't really do anything because all the dots just always stay on. All the arrows, they're just live. They are just there. The pulse doesn't mean anything, right? So then from there, we can start to figure out what's going on. This is a really awkward situation, guys. This is information overload. It doesn't happen very often, but there are times that I get overloaded by information, and I just can't quite figure out where anybody is. You know, my biggest fear is who is on my level, right? I need to figure out if anybody's on my level or where I can go pick up an easy kill. And it ends up kind of taking a little bit of time, and that's okay. Let me take a breath here. I love this so much. I really do. I look at these guys. 2 guys down below, right? Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out where these guys are. These guys are just chilling down here. That's my thought process in this moment. And then they rotate out, right? And you kind of see, like, I'm just not quite able to find an enemy there to be able to get a kill. But, well, I have a UAV in pocket. We got all these guys over here that we might be able to third party. This is a little bit of the downside of the kilo. I should also mention, if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, guys, there's a link in the pinned comment to where I do private one-on-one coaching with people. If you are looking to take it a step further outside of just the YouTube content to really have me focus on what you're struggling with in particular. UAV, you know, let's go ahead and pop that, get that advanced UAV up again. And now we go ahead and start to work back this direction. And you can see here, guys, our pacing comes from clean kills and good decisions and quick decisions, right? We're going to drop 30 here, but lobby didn't really stay that healthy. Okay, what's straight ahead of me here? Trying to figure out where these guys are. I obviously, with respawn being disabled, I want high ground. You know, I want to be able to stay up top here. Now, I want you to just listen. I'm just going to let this play here, okay? Level. I'm just going to let this play. Let me flip off my camera.
I mean, this guy's down below, outside. Which way is he pushing? I mean, he can't push.
Right, so now I know that he's outside the wall. And he's outside of zone.
I mean, he's got to be pushing outside wall right here. I'm going to wait for him to get really far out in the open.
I mean, there's nothing that guy can do. But, more importantly, look at minimap right here, okay? Look at minimap. See this guy right here? Listen to, this is the IQ stuff that we start to think about and start to understand. I'll let it keep playing.
Watch this guy taking zip.
Watch. Guy flying in.
Watch the sky.
Just like I told you guys.
Don't you want to be top prison? Is it in this situation where isn't that where you want to be? So as I kind of see him moving my direction here, and I know that the zip is literally right here, I'm going to expect him to take that. Catch him off guard.
Just like I told you guys.
Nice little 1v1 win right there.
Watch this guy taking zip.
Guys outside his zone. We got this guy to my right side. And Still have to react.
Nope, other
right?
side.
Still gotta be head on a swivel here. Now, what's your... Oh,
Nope.
gotta be head on a swivel. This is the one situation that we get put into that's really, really bad. Because there's potentially a guy up top and potentially a guy down below. So what do? Just get down, right? Buy yourself a little bit of time. Just get down and then figure it out. Let's get off rooftop, get back into prison where we have some outplay potential, some finesse ability, and then we figure out what our next move is from here.
Right.
Which my only thought process in this moment, guys, is zone, right? Like, I know that I got a little sliver of prison here. You know, I know that I just need to kind of figure out what's going on around me.
I just don't know if anybody's...
But use the info strike to your advantage, right? I'm checking back there. I don't see anything, right? I know somebody's up here. And we end up catching a quick glimpse of him right here. Quick glimpse right there. Now, watch what I do. Remember I told you, keep your element of surprise?
He doesn't know that I'm here.
Let me turn commentary off. Now, the biggest thing that I know is I have high ground. I've got high ground right here, right? Now, of course, circle could pull. Number one, don't fall in. That's rule number one. Number two, don't waste your self-revive. Don't go down in this situation. Don't over-challenge something. Because, especially with this circle pull, it's a little bit tough to see on the counter UAV. But right here, guys, I know that I have circle pull and I can stay up top prison. So we just got to be really smart. But what's one other thing that you really need to be thinking about in this moment? Where, if you were an enemy team, if you were stuck bottom prison, where would you want to get to? You'd probably want to get to top prison, right? So, if you're top prison, don't be so naive to the fact that teams want it. You've got to be head on a swivel. And look, in this case, we see these guys kind of being held out of zone. But I'm not naive to the fact that somebody might try to rotate top prison here. Somebody might try to make a gas play, use this gas mask, and flank me up top and catch me completely off guard, at which point now they have top prison.
Switching back.
So that's the one thing that I'm being really, really cautious of in this moment. And obviously I'm burning plates right now, which is a really tough spot to be.
Hostiles have assault.
Just kind of playing high ground here. Yep, that guy's right there. Missed that guy initially. He's able to get a ton of shots on me. Now we're out of plates, but we're going to go in and grab one right there. Use thermite because at the end of the day, we can use anything in this moment. Also, just a little thing, guys, and if you made it this far, I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up on the video. Helps a ton. Shadow. That's how I know that this guy's here. You see that shadow? The little things like that, guys, are the 500 IQ plays that you can start to pick up on. Shadows can help you. You know, whether it's somebody flying in, whether it's somebody around a corner, it can absolutely help you in a situation. PA, so just be really, really careful here. And I can eat this if I need to, right? I have self, so if I do go down, it's totally okay.
You're in the top three. Jump down there. 3 squads left in the war zone.
This guy's flying in. We're going to go in and take that easy kill. Everybody's down below me, right? I know that everybody's down below me. 1v2 for the dub. And what's the one thing that we're thinking about right here? Gas mask, gas mask, gas mask, right? Because the longer that I wait, the more they have to push out into the open. Because they're right down below me, that the gas is going to hit the wall at the exact same time. So if I just stay up here, right? They can have a gas mask as well. They could absolutely play that. But they're probably going to have to push out here, right? At which point I can catch them using my gas mask. Yep, don't over challenge. I'm one shot. I hear him coughing. Again, they're out in the open here. Perfect 30 kill game. Guys, link to my how to practice video is right above in this corner right here in the top right hand corner if you haven't seen it already. Now let's go ahead and jump into Verdansk. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in here, guys. We are flying into some Verdansk solos. Going to do a little inside the mind action here. And look, train station where I usually drop, it's out of circle. Not too concerned, guys. We got 7 minutes to get into first circle. You can land over here in hills if you want to. Know that you have a long rotation, but at the end of the day, it's not going to make or break your game unless you're rotating in on the edge of gas. So just, you know, focus on landing in hills, you know, getting that loadout down. It's really not a big deal to land outside of circle. What do we got over here? Somebody flew in here. I'm pretty sure we can grab heartbeat right here. This is where we just start to... Okay, let me go clear roof real quick. He might be roof. If he's not roof, then he's inside. Right? And at which point this is easy. Okay, so he's definitely inside. There he is. Anticipate him right here. Okay, so he jumped down. That's fine. Yeah, I was gonna say, we just keep the pressure on him there. You know, that's where he can't quite get away, and we just, you know, we think ahead. We kind of force him out the window there. Obviously, once he's out the window, then he's a little bit stuck, and we can figure out what our next move is. Always be aware, guys, that he can plate up in that situation. So we got to be aware that when we turn that corner, it's more likely that he's full plated once again, and that we're in that 50-50 situation, or that 1v1 situation, as opposed to, you know, really, really keeping the pressure on. Let's go ahead and see if we can get loadout here. Obviously, that's going to be where we start, guys. When it comes to loadout, specifically like outsmarting enemies, especially in solos, guys, which is what all of my content for Verdansk is going to be moving forward. Is going to be solos. I think it's just such a great, fun game mode to play. But look, when it comes to loadout, obviously loadout guns are a huge advantage, but more importantly, perks. You know, I'm running scavenger so that every kill I get an extra $1,000. That really helps us keep UAVs up, which means we don't really have to outsmart and outplay enemies nearly as much. And then also gives us bird's eye so that players can't be ghosting. You know, ghost is one of those that people try to outsmart you with ghost. And when you have bird's eye on, they can't. They can still do it with a heartbeat sensor, but they can't do it with, you know, if we have bird's eye, we can really use that to our advantage. Let's go ahead and start off with loadout here. Got a nice little start. Got plenty of time to get in the zone. Obviously, we know we've got to rotate through to SOS right here, where we are going to expect people to be. You know, a lot of people love to fight in that area. Real quick, by the way, guys, as we're rotating, if you are looking to get better at Verdansk, I always say this: give me 30 days and see what happens. Subscribe down below. Watch my videos. I put out videos every other day on this channel here, helping you guys become better players. Every video I post is a Rebirth and a Verdansk, you know, component to it. It's kind of a split video, so has Rebirth and Verdansk. Enemy ping right here, so we can go in and work that. And more importantly, guys, if after 30 days you don't get any better, you can always unsubscribe. I totally get it, but guarantee you that's not going to happen. We're going to play a little high ground here. I always think high ground first. I always think positioning first, and then we can go put the pressure on somebody. Now, who is he shooting? I was going to say, be careful of him shooting somebody maybe up top here. I'm going to go ahead and nade in. Just like I said, be careful of him shooting up top. Yep, so he's kind of in that stairwell over there. That's what we got to be careful of. I kind of want to work my way around here. I really don't want him to see me. I want to work my way around here because the zip is on the other side. That's just a little bit of map knowledge. When it comes to outsmarting enemies, guys, and outplaying, we're going to use lethals and tacticals a lot. Okay, let's go and work across this way. Let's be really, really smart. This guy has... We're going to check it right before we go up. Yep, he's still over here. We're going to have the kilo out because of the range. 60 meters away. Okay, so where is this guy? Still straight ahead? He's here somewhere. He's on the other side. Oh, he might be all the way down. He might be going to take zip here. Wait, watch this. No, I missed the stairs. He's got to be right up here. Yep. That's where we just kind of clear through. One of the biggest things, guys, is always thinking ahead, right? So I kind of caught him chasing. Then I kind of clear through here. My thought initially was grab the stairs and push down. And then obviously I heard the metal door and I kind of assumed that he pushed through here. Watch enemy UAV. So we're going to pop our own. But that is just kind of my thought process there, keeping the pressure on. Okay, who's that? That guy's flying in. We're going to grab bounty for a little bit of cash flow here. Bounty for cash flow, and then, yep, that's exactly where I was thinking we go.
On the bounty target. Hunt them down.
Where is this guy? This guy's over. We're going to go ahead and play bank here. This guy's still flying in back behind me. This guy's above me. Okay, I want to, now obviously we can see with the advanced shoot, or with bird's eye, we can kind of see where this guy's looking. I want to go kill Bounty first, and then we got green. Bounty and then green. I'll tell you what. See if this guy pushes up here. I'm going to try to bait this guy here. Yep. Thank you. You know, tough part there is we do give away location, but obviously at the end of the day, guys, you got to execute. You know, I got caught in a little bit of a weird spot there for sure. I got caught in a little bit of a weird spot because of, you know, being caught on that head glitch, or he was on that head glitch. But, you know, obviously that's a situation there, guys, where we've got to be able to win that gunfight. Oh, I needed to dolphin dive there. That's fine. You know, we're off to a really good start here, guys. I want to make sure I go loot this guy. We also have bounty to our right side here. Now, I got caught in a little bit of a weird spot. Always want to think about cover. You know, that is one of the most important things. This guy was over here somewhere. I just don't know where. I know that there's somebody that got loadout over that direction. Is this still down below here? I think it is. Okay, so I'm going to be really careful rotating over here. Building to building. That's what I'm always thinking about when rotating through. Building to building. I would love to be able to get UAV here. See if I get anything. Okay. So, obviously, I can't, you know, I want to be quick here because I don't know if... Okay, we're good here. Watch my right side here. Watch this way because I think he's going to push... Oh, he's going to take tower. Okay, so I'm going to hold... I want to hold this guy out of circle from here. He's in tower for sure. That's my bounty. Or that is the guy who's hunting me. Is this guy AFK because of the servers? Yeah, he is. He definitely is. Wait, he moved. Bounty poached. We're at $5,800. That sucks that we're not able to get that kill. We also need to be still worried about... Wait, we can actually use this. This is where we can just outsmart because I know he's there. Where is he? Is he not going to peek? Oh my gosh. Got him. That's where we find that sniper. Look, snipers are so annoying to find on the ground until that situation when it comes out of the crate. And you're able to go ahead and get that kill because of it. Right? And we just find that slightly different angle. Obviously, in solos, guys, self-revive is going to be a huge advantage. But I don't think I get that down with the kilo. I don't think there's any way. And obviously, snipers in general, guys, across the board are just really good options, especially in solos, to be able to kind of play a little bit more. This guy's straight ahead of me here. What's he doing? Is he going to take zip? He might take zip here. I might beeline for zip. No, no, no. These guys are both inside here. These guys are going to run into... Wait, these guys ran right by each other. How?
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Where is this guy? Now, where's enemy number 2? Right? We know enemy number 2's floating around here somewhere. I just don't know where. Also, I think there was a guy in... Yeah, over here. That guy I remembered from a previous UAV. I think this guy's down below me. I'm going to take a little bit of high ground here. I'm going to play up top and not overpeak this. He just hit metal door. Okay, let me go ahead and see if I can figure out where this guy is. Again, guys, execution, big component of all of this. But remembering information is so important. I'm gonna see if I can bait again. Is he gonna take zip?
Reloading.
I'm gonna slide up just a little and then challenge that way. I'm gonna challenge from a slightly different angle there. I saw him, right? And then we just use that to our advantage. Kind of disappointed that I didn't get that first kill. Let's watch the door. Watch the door. Watch. I'm gonna mortar this way. Now he's got no choice but to run back into it. That sucks, man. I think I played that really, really well, and just I missed my chances. I missed my chance. He played that perfectly. He had to slide out that way. What are we at? 9 here? There's also somebody that just got loadout back behind me that I got to be careful of. This guy might actually still try to play me here. Watch back behind me. Obviously, we got to keep in mind people rotating in. I don't think I could jump up top there, to be honest with you. I want to see if I can find this guy. I'm going to make a little bit of a risky play and see if I can get the zip and get back to high ground here. Finally. Finally got the angle on that guy. Okay, so people could still be ghosted rotating in back behind me. By the way, guys, on top of subscribing, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. A quick like goes a really long way. And more importantly, shout out to the Verdansk note again, guys. I really appreciate you guys, as always, popping into my videos. Hold on. Test in here. If he's in there, then we slide out. We play head glitch. Yeah, this is just solos. The range of solos has been crazy lately. I feel like I run into, like, we get people that are not very good, and then we get, like, super sweats at some random time. Let's go ahead and keep pressure on here. Let's see what this guy's doing. There's a few enemies over this direction here that we can rock with. He might be pushing top. Let's see if he plays high ground. Let me see what he does. Is he... Yeah, he's pushing up with... No, maybe he's not pushing up with me. Actually, I think he is. I'm going to bait again. That sucks. Okay. Now, here's my thought process here when it comes to outsmarting enemies. Well, first things first, we're going to take that free kill. Okay, I'm just going to leave bounty. I don't need... it's not like I need the cash, guys. We're cooking right now. We're in a really good spot. We got a really long, brutal rotation right here. So let's just go ahead. You know, here's the thing, guys. When it comes to outsmarting enemies, like, yeah, we want to kind of be able to think ahead and predict what they're going to do and know how to challenge, like, that situation in red. But at the end of the day, in solos, guys, there's 26 other enemies left. Let's go find an easier fight. Let's go find, like, something that's, like, in zone. Let's go find something where it's a little bit easier than, you know, trying to put ourselves in a situation like this guy right here, right? Like, let's go fight this guy here. Play this way.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
Incoming contact.
I'm gonna go up. Anticipate around the backside here. Watch the re-challenge.
You're losing ground. Moving.
Switching mags.
Guy was moving and grooving a little bit. That guy... Oh, he's got a Yui. Perfect. That guy was moving and grooving a little. Now, obviously, guys, we are in a situation where... Uh-oh. Actually, you know what I'm thinking here? I'm thinking holds. I'm thinking, look at all these people out of circle right here. Look at all these people out of circle right here. We got one right here. You know, obviously, everybody's got to get to me, and I'm in a great building here. What do we have across? So it's just this guy. I've got potential for 4 kills here by just basically rotating early and putting myself in a great position. I don't need to be over aggressive here. This is where, like, slow down. This is my bounty here for sure.
Changing mags.
Now I got to be careful of that guy back behind me. I just saw a guy rotating out in the open here. I don't know where that guy went. Yeah, fighting over on that side. I think I'm still missing. I think it was one, and then there's two guys across here, and I'm still missing somebody. I'm still missing somebody that's going to try to pop out at some point. Probably rotated on the edge of zone, right? A huge part of outsmarting guys is just playing your rotations. And don't be the guy that gets held in zone. Or held out of zone. Yeah, there he is.
Enemy spotted.
I mean, how far across does he have to get? I just want to make sure my back's okay. How far wide is he going to rotate? I really want this guy. What are we at? 13 kills here? There he is. I got sniped from up top. That sucks.
I'm up. Reloading.
We got to go get self again. That's what my thought process is. That's unfortunate. We were in a good spot. I think we actually do get that kill right there. I think we're in a good spot to get that kill. If it wasn't for the sniper. Okay, that's actually a good circle pull for us. Now, the reason this sucks so bad is because if it wasn't for that sniper, I actually could pop Yui right here. But instead, we've just got to keep playing smart. Now, I don't know where that guy was that, I'm going back to on foot. I don't know where that guy was that crossed.
Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets.
No. That guy just was not very good. That's obviously the danger of not having a UAV. Right? That is 100% the danger of not having a UAV or anything.
Solid work evading the enemy. Clear for
Okay.
gas.
Play a little bit of positioning right there.
Targets destroyed.
This is definitely an easier lobby, but guys, if you rotate out in the open there, you're going to be in a really bad spot. You know, if you just assume that that guy is sitting in school building and you push up, he's going to... He also actually kind of fried me off that head glitch a little bit. Man, I just love nothing more than when the ATV makes that loud screeching noise. Ah, I took too long there. Way too long.
In the sky.
Way too long right there. I'm going to grab another Yui here. And maybe we go big game bounty. Even in these lobbies, guys, you can always run into sweats
Dropping into the AR.
that you still got to execute on. You know, absolutely still got to execute. This guy's all the way up top there.
Rally on marked cohorts.
Yeah, he knows that I'm here. That's not good. That's fine. We'll just go back and we'll outsmart him with the car. Yeah, that's fine. You can snipe at me here. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I've got self. I'm not in a bad spot here, so that's the guy that we're going to have to deal with. I'm going to switch my cars real quick because this one should be healthy here. This one definitely should be healthy.
I'll drive.
Big game bounty poached. Do we not have gas mask or anything? Oh, we really don't. Okay. Let's go grab gas mask here real quick. Hold on. Let's see. I want to see where zone goes.
Gas is inbound. Marking two safe
I mean,
zones.
this is just...
Gulag's closed until further notice.
I want to see where everybody is. Is everybody on the other side? Problem is, there's not really any buildings in zone. You know, there's not really any Oh, by the way, just for the record, guys, you can see that it's normal BR. So, okay, so there's everybody. So everybody's like, there's one here that's down below me here. Is he in the bus? Dude, I don't think I like being up here. I might rotate.
Got gas moving in.
I might rotate this in late and buy like a late UAV. I know that there's people in military. Late UAV and hold the mortar. I can play the boss as my cover. 5 enemies left here.
Capcom, requesting recon overhead.
Okay, so what do we got here? One guy on the car,
Cancel. Vehicle marked.
right? One guy down below to my left side here. He should be rotating right to me. There's that enemy.
Spotted.
Dude, I just always...
Tasking request received. We're a dot.
Tossing Semtex grenade.
I just always get nervous there pushing that because he's just probably sitting in a bush somewhere.
Gas is closing in. Relocating.
It's a really good circle rotation for me because I can stay up here. I don't have ultimate high ground. I don't think this guy's on radar. Oh, he is. 56 meters. I don't think he is... Do I want smokes? Yeah, I kind of want smokes here. Dude, this guy just... I just don't know where this guy is.
You're in the top 5. Bring home the
I
win.
literally have no idea where this guy is.
Enemy sighted.
I'm trying to ping in bushes to see.
Gas is closing in.
I gotta watch somebody rotating up from down the hill here. Like late rotating in. Trying to pinwheel to my... That side. Okay, well, so one guy's definitely across here.
Enemy spotted.
There's one. Okay, so there's one of 3. Dude, I'm still so nervous. He's back behind the rock. He's gotta be. There's one. Yeah, sniper straight across here. Let's see what zone does.
Switching maps.
I had a feeling somebody was still back there. Okay, so it's me. It's the sniper across.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Look at this. I got a good little angle right here. I just don't know where this other guy is.
FFE, danger close. Over.
There's the sweat. There's a sweat. Friggin' max, super max. That's where solos lobbies are a little bit all over the place. You just never know. Where is this guy? I have absolutely no idea. It's a good thing I kept that mortar the whole entire time.
Miss.
It's got to be down over there. He's got to be over here, right? I don't see him anywhere. I need to keep moving because... There it is. Come on.
All enemy squads eliminated.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll leave the practice video for you at the end here. Make sure you work on your aim and movement. That's going to be the most important thing. But as I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.